Hey there, it's me with Market Moves, where we break down today's biggest stock market moves in less than 10 minutes so you can stay ahead of the market. In today's video, we'll be discussing why gold is falling today, what penny stocks are, and what stocks are making big moves. Got it? Get it? Good. Let's take a look. First up for today, gold is taking a hit this morning after yesterday's hotter than expected inflation report. As I discussed in yesterday's video, inflation came in at 8.6%, and that was much higher than the expected 8.4%. Not only that, but core inflation, which excludes food and energy prices, rose 0.6% month over month, when the expectation was for it to rise 0.5%. This indicates that price increases aren't slowing down like some had hoped, and since gold is seen as a way to hedge against inflation, the price of gold has been falling all morning. Next, if you want to build wealth in the stock market, then penny stocks may not be the way to do it. In general, penny stocks are considered to be those priced below 5 per share, and they often trade on the OTC markets. Because these stocks are so cheap, they're actually a lot more common than you may think. But even though they're cheap, that doesn't mean they're a good deal. The fact is, penny stocks are generally considered to be highly speculative, and many of them end up being the target of pump and dump schemes. What this means is that while penny stocks may have the potential for huge gains, they also carry a huge risk of losing all of your money. With that said, there are some companies out there that started off as penny stocks and went on to become industry giants. Take Apple, for example. When the company first went public in 1980, its stock price was under $1 per share. Yes, $1. The same can be said about Microsoft when it IPO'd in 1986. Its shares were priced at $28.15. But after the first day of trading, the price jumped to $60.50, which was 112% higher. While stories like this do happen, it's not typical for most penny stocks. But for investors who don't have a lot of money, they can be an easy way to get involved in the market. Just make sure to do your research before you buy any penny stocks, because not all of them will turn into Apple or Microsoft. Now, let's head over to the stock market and see which stocks are making big moves today. Kicking off the day, we have First Republic Bank, which soared more than 22% after the bank announced it received an $80 billion lifeline from the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, or FDIC. The move comes after regulators seized Silicon Valley Bank and Signature Bank last week. And in response, several regional lenders have been deemed too risky to invest in. However, unlike those banks, First Republic has strong liquidity levels, so the additional funds from the FDIC gives investors peace of mind. Next, shares of Coinbase Global plunged more than 20% after the crypto exchange announced that it had halted some services in Japan due to regulatory concerns. The company says that users in Japan won't be able to trade certain digital assets on its platform, and while this won't impact most Coinbase customers, it does show that crypto regulations could be more impactful than some investors expected. In a surprising move, shares of Norwegian Cruise Line Holdings jumped more than 16% after the company announced it will be cutting costs by $200 million. The cruise operator says it will cut corporate costs and slow new ship growth in order to save money during a time where consumer spending is waning. It's clear that this is a smart move as the company looks to keep cash on hand during tough times. And lastly, Bed Bath & Beyond is soaring more than 15% after the company announced plans to close more than 150 stores. Along with that, the retailer says it will cut corporate and supply chain costs as well, and that news alone has investors feeling pretty bullish about the company's future. That's it for today. Remember, investing should be simple, but it doesn't have to be easy. If you learned something new today, make sure to subscribe and leave me a like. And hey, if you want to learn more about personal finance, check out my other content. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.